Welcome back to Tokyo and Yoyogi Stadium for Australia's second match in their bid to qualify for the Olympic Games in Rio, just under 9 weeks' time. Of course, their prospects were hurt by the opening loss to Iran, and the fact that Iran has followed that up with a stirring victory over Canada has meant that the top Asian nation have put themselves in the box seat to qualify. There they are, top of the point standings at the moment. Of course, all the other nations, bar Canada, have to play their second match. But with opening wins to Japan last night and Iran's perfect record, it certainly does heap the pressure on both Australia and China as the other two Asian nations. There's the lineup. The big question mark is whether Thomas Edgar, the captain, who played sparing moments yesterday, whether he'll start the match and indeed have a bigger influence. Max Staples was the top scorer yesterday for Australia. They didn't really feel the influence of both Nehemiah Mote and also Aiden Zingle. Rodriguez had a good match. Venezuela losing their opening match against Japan despite taking the first set. The captain, Pinarua, is their chief point scorer, along with Rivas. Thomas Edgar going into yesterday's match with the abdominal strain that kept him out of action largely. And Venezuela, who were beaten by Australia at last year's World Cup and also the Olympics and the most previous World Championship, will start the underdog, and it's so important for either team to get off to a winning start. Green and gold support in Tokyo. Been a happy hunting ground for Australia in the past, winning their last 3 matches of the World Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of the Commonwealth of Australia.
Venezuela looking to qualify for their second Olympic Games. They competed in China in 2008, finishing equal ninth. Australia have made the Olympics 3 times. Got off to a very ordinary start yesterday. Will it be a tweaking of their combination to regenerate their stocks?
Presentation of the international referees. The first referee is Mr. Denis from the Dominican Republic.
Denis Lassi of the Dominican Republic, the first referee.
The referee is Mr. Nasser Shaban from Egypt.
And the Egyptian Nasser Shaban, his support. Of course, the officials have to navigate the electronic challenge system via the touchpads, instigated by the assistant coaches.
Presentation of the starting players, liberos and coaches.
Aiden Single starts for the Volleyroos. Nathan Roberts. Thomas Edgar, the captain, is in the starting lineup with Nehemiah Mote. Sam Walker, the top scorer from yesterday. Greg Sukachev and Luke Perry. So certainly a positive move for Australia with their chief point scorer of the World Cup, Thomas Edgar. Roberto Santilli, the Italian coach of Australia. Fernando Gonzalez, who played a couple of aces yesterday. Jose Carrasco with Valencia in the starting lineup. Peter Rua, the captain and chief point scorer. Rivas, the support act. And Hector Mata, the libero. Vincenzo Nacci, the most inexperienced of the 8 coaches at this Olympic tournament. Native of the north of Italy, near Milan. Positive sign for Venezuela yesterday against Japan in the cauldron of a packed stadium. Australia was substandard. Not just the fact that they were missing Thomas Edgar, but just some of the other players that expected to step up didn't. I'm sure you'll see a lot better performance by the green and gold today. The setter Greg Sukachev to serve to start Australia's second match of the Olympic qualifying campaign. Positive start by Valencia. Playing a part for Pitaroa, the captain. Nathan Roberts got enough on the spike to catch the top of the block. Ball pinballing around, but kept alive by Roberts. There's no coming back from that. Jonathan Kiada. Good serve by Pinaroa, the captain. Delivers a perfectly placed one to the corner. Top scorer yesterday with 17 points, 13 spikes. Good variety in his game. time it sails out. Sukachev reacted late to Pinaroa's strike out wide. Sluggish start by Australia yesterday. Certainly needed more in defensive cover. They were overwhelmed by Iran. They don't have the height to worry about with Venezuela, but Venezuela's wide players are very effective. And that's exactly the sort of damage that Thomas Edgar can effect. .176 points at the World Cup, leading scorer for the Volleyroos. Good work by Vilna. A block out for Australia, but they wouldn't be too displeased with the cover. They got into position strongly. Mote rose well. Well, the quality of setting was the big difference between Iran and Australia yesterday. That was a lot better from Sukachev, but they read Sukachev's intents from that area very well. Let's just pick up how Venezuela can handle that department. Pinaroa rising beautifully. Top scorer for Venezuela at the World Cup with 121 points. And that's an excellent stuff block. Good cover from Mote and Walker. An area I'm sure they'd love to strengthen from yesterday's performance. They've got the players to do so. Aidan Zingel, one of the best in Italy, and Mote the best in the Bundesliga. Oh, that's rapid. Fernando Gonzalez sailing high and sending the spike to ground. Good return by Perry to a dipping serve. Carroll just loops it into court. And Pinaroa denied this time. Australia into position quickly. Touch off Carroll. And that's a lot better. Sukachev couldn't adjust the body, and Venezuela the first 8 points. 8 and 16, the technical timeouts are taken. 2 further timeouts from either team in a set. That's exactly the way they started yesterday against Japan, Venezuela. A lot of energy and purpose. Venezuela have lost their last 5 matches in Olympic qualifying. 3 times they've lost to Australia at major events. So the Volleyroos have the statistical edge over their South American opponents, or Central American opponents. Edson Valencia with the serve. Again, another good defensive block. Does go a long way to determining results if you get your positioning right. The set telegraphed, and Aiden Zingle right on the spot. And that's easy pickings. It was a poor setup. Put the Venezuelan front court player under pressure. Second best blocker in the Italian Serie A, Aiden Zingle this season. Changed the direction superbly, did Sukachev. And that reverse set just there, inviting the leap of Thomas Edgar. Trying to nurse him through the first match to protect him against that pre-tournament injury. And looks pretty loose, and that was as loose as a goose from Fernando Gonzalez. Snapping into the spike superbly. That's out. Seen a lot of service errors to start the tournament. Of course, we saw a thrilling 5-set match yesterday between Poland and Canada. Great defensive work by Penaroa. They remain alive, and the Venezuelan captain ends the point off the edge of Australia's block. Kept them alive there and then got into position very quickly. Good set there by Carrasco. Maybe a challenge by the Australian bench. It will be. See whether it touched the block along the way.
Challenge by Australia.
So the challenge has to be instigated via the touchpad.
The challenge is block touch.
Ben Hardy will be in charge of that department, the assistant coach. Aussie plays pretty confident. He got a piece of the block. Just glanced the finger, it did, so successful. And that's the use of technology to decide a point, something the referee would be very difficult to see a deflection of that nature. Nathan Roberts with a poor serve. Santilli doesn't show too much by way of reaction. He's the go-to man, and there's a point won by Venezuela. So 3-metre line indiscretion by Australia. 13-12, their lead, first set. This time no mistake by the Aussie captain, saying it with power and angle to level things up at 13-all. You can see he needs to start his leap behind that 3-metre line. He's a backcourt player. Clever work, Penaroa. Just saw how strong the Australian block was and went for caress over power. Vilna Rivas had good numbers at last year's World Cup, second leading scorer for Venezuela. Decoy leap from Hayden Zingle, but there was nothing decoy about the spike from Thomas Edgar. That's what he does well. Out from wide areas, the opposite. He was there in time for the block, but came off hands out wide. So Venezuela keep their nose in front, 15-14 in this opening set. One-man block, not enough for Australia. That's good work, Nathan Roberts. Over 300 matches for his country. Part of the Asian Championship winning team in 2007. Quick hands and good reaction by Venezuela. Another first to 16 points, technical timeout. They lead in the first set, in the second match of Olympic qualifying.
E in difesa Connecticut, stiamo un poco male alla cancia ora e stiamo un po' con le back. And then you can't reach when the same serve.
End of the second technical timeout.
The boxing kangaroo in the gymnasium, trying to inspire Australia on. Playing catch up in this first set. Venezuelan captain serving at 16-15. A rapid delivery. Inside out by Kevin Penaroa. See that reverse spin. Too hard to handle for Nathan Roberts.
Substitution by Australia. Number 3 out. Number 4, Sanderson in.
Paul Sanderson comes in. Oh, too good. This time a little flatter, but just zeroed in the right area. Just the backcourt of Australia slow to react.
Timeout by Australia.
Australia call a timeout. Venezuela leading 18-15 in the opening set. Roberto Santilli saying need greater concentration of focus on the return of serve. It's not where we want to lose the point. The focus not quite locked in this opening set as it was yesterday. Iran made Australia look second rate. A good kill by Thomas Edgar. 3 excellent serves by Penaroa. Blocks wide, so things just rolling Venezuela's way. They edge closer to the opening set. Good return of serve. Point to Australia. Sharp work by Luke Perry. Edgar arrives late. Venezuela stay in the point. Pinaroa, and off hands for a point to the team in blue. Three-man cover, but off the edge of the right hand of Greg Sukachev. Moto thought he'd won the point. Now they've lost it. Australia called their second time out of the first set as things are slipping away from them in this opener. 21-17 Venezuela's lead. A 2-week camp in Italy. Defeated an understrength Italian team, as well as a few victories over Norway as well, Australia, but they've not brought that form to the table yet in Japan. And things rolling for Venezuela. Rivas involved in the build-up. And he had the final save. 22-17. Stuff block impressive for Venezuela. They are really on a roll. Not the strong part of their game. Sanderson denied by that defensive cover. Block goes wide. Try to win the serve back. Sanderson sends his serve long. Set point for Venezuela. That's good by Walker. Had to adjust the spike from a pretty deep angle to getting the necessary top spin to carry it into court. Top scorer from yesterday with 13 points. Well, 9 in fact. No Australian player was in double figures against Iran. And they settle the issue of the first set, 25-19, with an excellent spike out wide from Vivas. So that's the sort of start they made against Japan. They've duplicated on day 2. All smiles for the Venezuelan captain. Those two always going to be the go-to men for Venezuela. And they leapt out of the blocks against Australia. Ranked 6 players lower than the Australians in the world rankings. Hiroa had an influential first set. Tomaseka showed moments. A couple of decent blocks by the Volleyroos, but there's not enough quality in that opening set from them. Hiroa strung some points together with a rapid serve. Showed his emotion. And they've got to the same result as they achieved yesterday. A set advantage over their opponent. And what heaps more pressure on Australia is one Asian team is guaranteed of qualifying, as we see the numbers 18 attacks to 11. The error count pretty similar, but the 4 blocks to 1 doesn't tell the story. A couple of receiving errors by Australia meant they had to play catch up in that set. Only one Asian nation is guaranteed of qualifying. If a couple or even 3 finish inside the top 4, they'll go through, but Poland are the world number 2 ranked nation. France highly regarded, the current European and World League winners, so they are favoured to go through. Iran 2 from 2. They're going to provide a stern opposition to the other Asian nations. So Australia desperately need to get a result here. Luke Perry on court, the libero of the Volleyroos. They'll just have to dust off some lethargy though. Well below their best in that first set. As Vilna Rivas, Venezuela leading by a set to love in their second match of Olympic qualifying. Great defence by Venezuela. Edgar arrives and crunches the spike. Well, Tomaseka wants a clarification, but I think he was a little bit too overzealous in delivering his message to the referee. Frustration boiling over for Australia. Losing that point on a fault. Good return of serve by Perry. Edgar, placement over power. Valencia finds the edge of the block. Australia need to create some momentum. Been a flat tournament for them so far. Walker sends his serve long. Likewise for Pinaroa, who was peerless in that department in the first set. Hayden Zingle, of course, missed the World Cup last year, coming back from injury. Good block. That's more like it. Nice reverse set. Had Pinaroa flying in the air, but enough defensive resistance for Australia. This time the Venezuelan captain finds the mark to level things up at 4-all. Good angle and control by Venezuela's number 10. Does feel a situation really well. Pinaroa, he rolled it over the top of the block, caught a finger along the way, and that's the element of surprise. Roberts with a kill. Played in Denmark, Germany, Portugal, Greece, Switzerland and Slovenia. Pretty varied European career. That's sent wide. Rivas not controlling that attacking stroke. A little bit off balance when striking. No hands collected, which means the point stands for Australia. 7-5 their advantage. Edgar follows it up with an ace off a floating serve. Bit of disarray back court for Venezuela. And the Volleyroos take full advantage. One left for the other. Mata not on the same page as his backcourt opponent. Technical timeout. Poor return of serve, and there's always catch up from that point for Venezuela. Roberts sensed this opportunity.
Substitution by Venezuela. Number 3 out. Number 16, Andy in.
Andy Rojas comes in, the wing spiker, for his first minutes of this match. Good reactions by the green and gold. Zingle couldn't finish the point. Sukachev keeps it alive with Perry, and that is excellent work. From a deep position, Tommy Edgar finds the court. Just grimaces, you know, he's had that abdominal muscle injury. You can see there just feeling that part of his body. So things falling Australia's way in the second set. Venezuela call a timeout. Australia leading 11-5. Vincenzo Nacci very animated, trying to deliver his message to his players, get back to the level of their first set performance. Edgar to serve, Australia leading 11-5. Rivas denied by a solid block. And likewise Pitaroa. Well, there's always going to be a strong point on paper anyway. Their blocking department with Zingel and Mote having such good numbers in Europe this season. Didn't pan out that way in match 1, but there's better signs in the second set of match 2. Time off fingers and wide. Venezuela looking to stop the flow of points Australia's way. Can't be denied a second time by Luke Perry. Venezuela string a couple of points together. Good adjustment by Sukachev. Roberts can't deny the South Americans.
Substitution by Venezuela. Number 16 out. Number 3, Fernando in.
Gonzalez comes in for Rojas. It's too hot to handle after a couple of points together. Hector Salerno not getting enough on the spike of the Australian captain. Roberto Santilli said their performance under pressure, their decision making would go a long way to determining their outcome at this tournament. Venezuela get the right result off the block, but trail 11-14 in the second set. That's long by Sam Walker, just wasn't quite in position. Quick reaction there by Edgar, and he may end the result, but that was sharp work, Salerno, for Venezuela. Zingle slaps it to ground for a point 1 to 15-12. Error from Sam Walker. Can Penaroa get his A service going? Now that's perfectly delivered. Perfect height and angle for the Aussie captain. Reverse set ideal by Sukachev. Gaping hole. Technical timeout. Australia leads 16-13. They don't get too animated, the Australian team, but going about their business a lot better in the second set. 16-13, their advantage. There'll be a challenge by Roberto Santilli. Looks across to his assistant. At a point to Venezuela, 14-16. 2 challenges per team per set. Long, well judged. Carried wide, off the tape. You can see the way the injury is affecting Thomas Edgar with the service action. Timeout called. 18-14, the point spread. Australia's way, second set. After taking the opening set yesterday against Japan, the home nation rode the wave of a packed stadium to win the match in 4 sets. Not the same scenario here, but Australia coming from behind. Net found off the spike. As the Volleyroos creep towards a second set. Block not required. (13) in the world rankings, Australia, to Venezuela's 20. Well timed and well executed by Pineroa.
Substitution by Venezuela. Number 18 out. Number 5, Emerson in.
Emerson Rodriguez comes in. One of the taller players in the team at 202 centimetres. And they're encouraged to give the server a red hot go, Venezuelan players. In doing so, errors do come. 20-15 to Australia. They got it all wrong first time of the match. He was in 2 minds. Went for the touch over power. Good shout to Rivas to leave it. Sam Walker at the second asking wins the point. One of a few Australians to win championships with their clubs in Europe. In Slovenia he's been playing with Ljubljana. Paul Carroll will team up with Nehemiah Mote in the Bundesliga with Berlin next season, along with Luke Perry, the libero. Good defensive work by Carroll. Oh, that's excellent work. Gonzalez came up with 48 points at last year's World Cup.
Substitution by Australia. Number 17 out. Number 12, Mott in.
Sukachev feeds Edgar, but the block is successful. They read the intent of the Australian setup. Into possession well and off Gonzalez. It's a crucial error at this stage of the set. Rivas sending a serve into the net, 23-18 to Australia. Second excellent spike in 3 points by Gonzalez.
Substitution by Venezuela. Number 5 out.
Jonathan
Number 18,
Chiada comes back in. Sukachev for a rising single to create set point for the Volleyroos. One saved, a number to go.
Substitution by Venezuela. Number 9 out. Number 6 Pace in.
Carlos Paez Diaz sees his first minutes on set point. Edgar completes an impressive comeback, 25-20. It's a set apiece. And a match Australia really has to win to mark their claim for Olympic qualification. Likewise for Venezuela. Of course, 4 nations from Asia and 4 from the rest of the world, with Venezuela, Poland and France amongst that group. Canada, the other non-Asian nation in the 8-team tournament. Well, far from their premium form, but a lot better than the opening set for Australia. They negated Venezuela's attacking strengths. A lot better defensively. The blocking positions of the net. Luke Perry scrambled well. Two Italian coaches of their respective nations are riding the wave of emotion, and Thomas Edgar coming up with a big winner on set point. There's the numbers that the errors really did cost Venezuela in that second set. 11-5. Slightly better in attack, 13-12. Very even in the rest of the mix-up with the numbers and the stats in the first set. Smile from Pineroa belies the state of the match for Venezuela after getting off to such a positive start and conceding the second set. Of course, Japan, Tokyo will host the 2020 Olympic Games. Already infrastructure beginning to take form for those Olympics. So what now, 4 years away? As he did to start the match, Sukachev serves to commence the third set. A block very quickly into possession. Good opening for Australia. Hayden Zinger was very shy in that department in the opening match against Iran, but certainly improved. Good work by Sam Walker, finding the top of the block. Australia blessed by good left-handed players. Paul Carroll in that category as an attacking force. Pinaroa flies well, and the attempted block is wide by Walker. Rosino, the libero, couldn't handle the power of Edgar's winner down the middle. Only a couple of times he's grimaced from that injury, but it's going to be interesting to see how he does pull up from this second match. Oh, clever work, Mote, just delicately angling the winner into the open court. One of the best defensive players in the German Bundesliga. Shows his attacking intent. Gonzalez came up with 3 aces against Japan. Really does go for his serve. Not up. The referee had a good sight on that. Ably seen by his assistant as well, but point argued by Hector Mata, the libero. Felt he got the hand between ground and ball. (6-3) to Australia. And a service ace for Thomas Edgar. Improves their stocks. Well, that's just a complete misunderstanding. Lack of organisation back court. And you would expect a lot more from a libero. Rivas sending the spike to ground. And that's what he's good at. Element of surprise, Niamar Mote.
First technical timeout.
Very hard player to read at the net. Technical timeout, Australia leading 8 points to 4 in the third.
Solo contra E stiamo giocando, alla sacche e all'attacco. Non è possibile che perdimos sempre contra Edgar, eh. Vamos, nosotros hemos seis, nosotros hemos seis.
Tenemos un poco más de bloqueo porque están lanzando una pelota media. Nosotros saltamos, estamos bajando y él ataca por dos.
End of the first technical timeout.
Been a slow burn so far for Australia. Poor start to the match, but they're just building a head of steam at the moment. See the way Pinarua angled his kill. Good reverse set, just catching the hand of Sam Walker. That's clever. Had to adjust his attitude in that shot, Walker. Touch over the block. Great defensive work by Australia. Walker and Zingle in quick position. Pinarua denied by a three-man green and gold wall. Another stuff block. It's going their way in the third set. Fernando repelled. And the Volleyroos lead 11-5. Net touch. Venezuela call a timeout. Australia very much on top with a 12-5 advantage.
Sta saccando solamente, sta saccando solamente. Ok? Vamos. Buena recepción y convertimos, venga, vamos. Vamos ahí,
Vincenzo Nucci looking for answers, but at the moment not finding them. After that positive opening set, it's been very much Australia just moving into their gears. Still not at full velocity though, and that's going to help. Zingle with another excellent block in the centre.
Substitution by Venezuela. Number 7 out. Number 13, this is in.
Jesus Perello, his first time on court. Mote stretches but can't withstand the power of Pinarua. That's strong work. Perfect set for Nathan Roberts. Slow to react, Venezuela in the centre. Should have provided better defensive cover, but didn't. Wide. Point Australia, they really have taken their eye off the ball. Just over-engineered it, the substitute. That's set wide, but they just come out with two ferocious spikes in that point. The second one was successful. All smiles for the Australian captain as the Volley Roos take a commanding posture in this third set, 16-6. The message clearly, let's get better from here. I know they've been below par in this tournament, so they're coming from a low base from that opening match. And indeed the first set, very flat. But since then, they've wound up the standard. Big players have come to the fore. Now looking for their first points of this qualifying tournament. Fernando Gonzalez got his angle right. Hard one to defend across the blocker. Poor serve by Perella. And he makes way for Hector Marta, the libero. Max Staples comes in. Sees his first minutes. Nathan Roberts makes way. That's out. Walker has combined the floating serve with the quicker jump variety. Carrasco out for Rodriguez. He's caught the line, not thinking about a challenge. And there will be a line challenged by Australia.
The challenge is ball in out.
Let's see what Hawkeye has to say. It is out. So a good decision to fire in the challenge.
The challenge was successful. Substitution by Venezuela.
Panarura comes off for Carlos Diaz. Just a real misunderstanding between Rivas and Gonzalez. Single serving. 19-8. The quality's dropped significantly. Chenzo Nachi scratching his head in the coach's area, just looking for a way that he can reinvigorate this Venezuelan team. That's quick work, that's feeding Mote's strength. A quick set by Sukachev, and it's only going to be one result from there. Very athletic player. Got a cult-like following here in Japan near Miyamoto. 21-8 is the point spread in favour of Australia. Timeout, third set.
Dalla gara parece que siamo todo fuerte, è come cogne che sto facendo. No, non siamo fuerte. Se deve stare nella cabeça, che non siamo ninguno. Ma stai che giochiamo come prima serie. Che poi stai che giochiamo come prima serie.
A bit disconsolate, the Venezuelan team. You don't get much from Roberto Santilli. His mood stays pretty much the same. Zingle serving with a 21 8 lead to Australia. Pinero denied by another excellent block. Mote maintaining a very strong body position. Edge of luck as well, off the shoulder to the head, and falls the right way. Goes for it, but overplayed by Fernando Gonzalez. Never really delivers a conservative serve. Always at the limit. Thomas Edgar, a more benign version. Another excellent block by the Volleyroos. Perry reacted well. Mote snaps into the spike. Point one to set up set point. That's better. Angle and strength there from Emerson Rodriguez. A long way back for Venezuela. And that's an errant mistake. Fernando Gonzalez dunks it into the net. Australia comfortably take a 2-1 lead. Should read 25-10. Very languid attitude amongst the Venezuelan players. They show their frustration in that third set, with Australia coming from behind to take a 2-1 advantage. Sam Walker finding the top of the block. Mote was really prominent in their resurgence in that set. Edgar finding the open court. They denied Pinero time after time with the solid blocking. Aiden Zingle coming to the party. So 8 errors to 2. In Australia's favour, 10 attacks to 8. 2 aces from the Australians. And the 5 blocks really did tell the story. Some excellent work defensively at the net. You would expect that with the quality of Mote and Zingle in the lineup. Certainly a strong point of the Volleyroos. Big matches to come for both nations, but Iran have placed pressure on all the Asian bloc countries. Australia in control over the South Americans. As much about the form as it is the result, really, because they have yet to hit their premium straps. Rivas serves to start the fourth set. Good angle, pace and direction. Too hot to handle for Luke Perry. Second violent serve, and this time it comes off hands, and point one, Sukachev prominent. Perry made up the ground. Walker sends it long. Edgar calling for calm. Venezuela get an injection of enthusiasm with a 3-1 lead, fourth set. That's wide. A big assist for Tom Edgar. Got it all wrong there, Kiata. Just trying for a touch winner, but misjudged his leap. Well, that's going to ground rapidly from the Venezuelan captain. Certainly one of the smaller opposites in world volleyball at international level. Should tick over 190 centimetres. Good adjustment by Sukachev. Pinero has to deal with a three-man defensive wall by Australia. Cannot penetrate. Of course, the hands can be over the net, but cannot touch it. Timeout called by Australia, and they trail 3-5 in the fourth set.
Blocks against the opposite back line, and we jump like this, moving like, yeah, beat time. Very good. And I said, we have defense, counter-attack, play on the net, and be right. Hey, guys, wake up now. Don't let
The batter's revved up, as you'll see. Roberto Santilli just asking Australia to control the point with more assurity. Better quality with their first touch. Big serve, Pinaroa. Edgar in a good position. And he finds the edge. 4-5 to Australia. They're reading the intent of Venezuelan setter so well. Carrasco just reversed it to Pinaroa, but the block was already set. Oh, good work. Nathan Roberts taking advantage of a pinpoint set by Sukachev. Hitting it down into the open court. Oh, it really did roll Australia's way. Sukachev doesn't come up with too many winners of that nature. Roberts trying to roll it over the block, then recovering well. And slapped to court by the Adelaide-based Gregory Sukachev. Technical timeout, Venezuela, the first to 8 points in the fourth set.
Muchachos, vamos arriba, vamos a disfrutar, vamos arriba, vamos a seguir igual, vamos.
End of the first technical timeout.
Venezuela a lot more competitive than they've been in the previous two sets. They have the edge, 8-7. Clever work. Sam Walker just adjusting his execution. Angled tip. Finding the open court off the block. Mote replaced. Jacob Gama seeing his first time on court. Plays in Holland with Lakagus. He did really well to keep the point going for Australia. He may settle the issue, and he does. That's going to stir the emotion. Arriving from deep, hitting into the open court. He's such a points machine, Thomas Edgar. Now playing in Beijing after a stint in China and Italy. On the serve of Jacob Geimer. Australia leading 10-8. Luke Perry comes back in. Too strong from Thomas Edgar. Huge man at 212 centimetres. One of the biggest players in international volleyball. That's wide. No touch, point to Australia. Venezuela called a timeout after having the early lead in the fourth set. The Volleyroos have come back with a 12-9 point spread.
Estamos todos aquí en difesa. Passa arriba, bloqueio. Hablamos nel foglio tattico. A ela diciamo già vez. Este è importante perché quando passa arriba bloqueo non passa muy fuerte. Quello che prendete sta in posizione. Vamos. Un cambio.
Point. It was out of serve for Venezuela and they pay dearly. Never controlled the point at all from the return. Good set. Thomas Edgar was invited to lash the arm into the spike, which he did. 13-9. Coming back from that. It's the sort of quick play that Vincenzo Nucci has been looking for. Had some Valencia at the net. Now he's got the serve. Strong work by Sam Walker. Gives them the left-handed look from that side. 14-10. Sends his serve long though. Can't follow it up with a premium delivery.
Substitution by Venezuela. Number 9
Double
out.
change for
Number 5,
Venezuela.
Emerson in.
Emerson Rodriguez coming in,
Number 6, Paez in.
as well as Carlos Paez. Captain Pinero out. Well, that's only temporary. Strong work by Sukachev. Set perfect for Aiden Zingle.
Welcome to 101.7.
Thomas Edgar feels he didn't touch it, so there'll be an Australian challenge. They've just got there in the required time to effect the challenge.
The challenge is block touch.
Block touch challenge. Really quick signal from captain to coach. Let's see if it goes the Volleyroos' way. No touch. Good challenge.
The challenge was successful. The second technical timeout.
Technical timeout. Volleyroos the first to 16 points in the fourth set. They won their last 3 matches of the World Cup last year, including a impressive straight sets win over Iran. They were humbled by that opponent yesterday. Totally different Iranian team. So got the perfect record after 2 matches. Also beat Venezuela in that stretch of 3 matches in a row.
Technical timeout.
Knocks it. Double touch. That's a fundamental error. Rebash just getting his body all wrong with that service return. Hayden Zingle not getting too much on it either. He sees the funny side of it and is replaced by John Len Barreto. The side of the block, point to Venezuela. Swinging wide by Rojas, going for too much angle. Sharp reactions. Oh, and Roberts couldn't come up with a reply. Denied by a solid block by Emerson. Venezuela stringing a couple of points together. They're in position lightning fast to cover the channel. Messy point after a poor return of serve, and he's always playing catch up in that rally. Timeout called by Roberto Santilli, and just losing their focus momentarily, but still with a 19-15 lead, leading 2-1.
Number 2, Greg. Yeah, check.
To recapture their focus. Egger missing a fairly standard spike on the angle. Good cover for Venezuela, but he's dunked it into the net. Well, that's excellent scrambling, but they may lose the point. Great reaction from Roberts. Likewise from Perry. Roberts sends it downward, and a point won for Australia. A point won by persistence in the end, off the body of Luke Perry. And that was clever work, Nathan Roberts. Sam Walker got plenty on the spike. Egger a little bit more, but twice repelled by Venezuela. spirited point. And it's won by the green and gold. Best rally of the match. That's the crowd going and edges the Volleyaroos closer to an outcome. Hill spent wide after that reverse set. That's well wide of the mark. Australia leading 16 or 22-16 in this fourth. Handy cushion. 22-16 for Australia. Strong work, really good angle and control there for the number 2, Barreto.
Substitution by Australia. Number 3 out. Number 9, Staples in.
Max Staples comes in for Nathan Roberts. Fairly ripped into that serve, Emerson Rodriguez. A lot of risk with the potential reward. 23-17. Well, that's a potential injury. He's signalling to the crowd that he's okay, Max Staples, but a lot of courage. He knew the barrier was approaching him rapidly. Well, he was approaching the barrier, I should say, but couldn't control the hook. Gonzalez comes in for Rojas. Big serve. Huge delivery by Barreto. Good reverse spin, totally perplexing Sam Walker. And going for a variety on the second attempt. Walker off the block. And it generates match point for Australia. Strong block, goes to ground, and I've brushed away a sluggish start to the match to come up with their first points of this qualifying campaign. They dropped to the opener 25-19, but then all blue sky for the green and gold. Comfortable in the third and fourth sets. Not so in the second. Pretty tight in that particular set. Tomasek has started and really provided the difference. No Paul Carroll, but the Australian captain did his part today. Better blocking in the centre from Mote and Aidan Zingle. And overall, it's just a better all-round performance. A moment between Edgar and Nachi, the Venezuelan coach. He'd be more relieved, Roberto Santilli. Disappointed at yesterday's showing. Certainly didn't strike there A+ form today. Going in the right direction. 0 for 2 Venezuela after losing to Japan. They've lost to another Asian nation in Australia. And that's how crucial the win was, because with Iran 2 from 2, it does put pressure on the other Asian countries to get early points in this tournament. Positive start. Pinero was dominant in that opening set. Edgar had the moments where he flinched with that abdominal strain, but not too many signs of that in the third and fourth sets. Full of passion early on, but a hit of flat spot Venezuela. Australia took advantage. A lot better organisation defensively by the Volleyball. They enjoyed their outing on day 2. Maintaining their perfect record over Venezuela. Second win in Olympic qualifying. 4th overall in recent years. And there's the set numbers. 10 errors to 6. Not good reading for Venezuela. 13 attacks to 9, and Australia scrambling well with 12 digs to 1. So they fought a lot better. Superior organisation and team spirit in this match. And they'll march on with a rest day to come. They'll face Canada next. And Venezuela have the prospects in the 3rd day of competition. They're facing China. There's the match statistics. 33 errors to 16 is an area that I'm sure Vincenzo Nacci will want to tighten up on. 11 blocks to 4 is good reading for Australia. And 26 digs to 13 just showed how they stayed in certain points. Final analysis, it was Australia too strong in 4 sets over Venezuela.